Hey, so another evening, me having my tea, and you wondering, so is she off to bed? Right after this story. So tonight when I go to bed, I will dream of Nanyuki. I plan to dream about Nanyuki because I will be heading up to Nanyuki in a day's time. And I'll tell you why. I've got three major reasons that I do and I want to do this drive. But before I do that, can I take you back to the year 2000? A movie came out of Hollywood titled I Dreamed of Africa. Have you heard of it? Oh, if you have, just listen to the way I tell the story. The story is about this beautiful, indomitable, inquisitive woman called Cookie Goldman. And Cookie left her amazing life in Italy to come and start a new life in the wilderness of Africa. You can do the eye roll. And she brought with her her son and her new husband. Don't ask me what happened to the old one, Paolo. And, she met a lot of challenges, danger. She overcame them and became this world-renowned conservationist. So while Cookie Goldman dreamed of Africa, I'm already in Africa, I dream of Nanyuki. And I'll be taking this 3-hour drive in a day's time for three reasons. The first one is important. For me, that drive is therapeutic, and I plan for it, meticulously. I plan my music because I sing, okay? I will start from Michael Jackson, merge into a little Tupac, go from there into Warren G, get into some Guy, break up Guy into Keith Sweat, do a Bill Biv DeVoe. You get my drift? I will eventually end up with Cardi B. I will. By the time I literally am hitting, Karatina. But, I take it seriously. And it's a very therapeutic drive for me. So that's one of the major reasons I love driving towards. And there's nothing else that feels like driving to Nanyuki. I don't know. I could drive in the opposite direction to Naivasha. It's not the same feeling. The other reason is that when I get to Nanyuki, I've left urban life, but still I find a brand of urban that I love. It is the cosmopolitan feel of Nairobi without the chaos. No, we love Nairobi, but it has the things you love, the doormans where you can get a coffee. I don't know that Java has landed there because we all know every time there's like a gap, Java enters. There's a KFC, there are malls. I mean, there's all that if you need that to feel okay, but it doesn't have the chaos. It's like the people of Nanyuki believe in order, and I like that about Nanyuki. Obviously, that could be destroyed by you and me. And then, of course, my third reason is that I have land up there, and I am looking actually to acquire a bit more. So let me tell you about the first time I bought land in Nanyuki. It was 2014, September, October. I finally sighted the land, so I bought it unsighted in 2016, October. And I know because it was midterm and we were up there at Mount Kenya Safari Club with the kids. And I love that I own a piece of Nanyuki. And I think if you have the ability and the financial muscle to buy land in Kenya, buy Nanyuki. And I say this because I own land in Nanyuki. Oh, by the way, I'm happy to share the correspondence on this video of my conversation with Solomon Wangwe and how I paid for my 2.5-acre plots. And I'm looking now to acquire another 2 acres because he has a very interesting development up there, Acacia Grove, which, he can tell you about, but, I'll give you a taste of it. And then if you want details, call him, all right? We've heard this before, but we don't take it seriously. We're told, don't wait to buy land and wait. I really want to be the person who echoed that, and I'm hoping that this time when you hear it, it makes sense for you. But there are other things that I want to tell you about investing in land and doing so now. And the other day we had a conversation with Diaspora, thanks to Lucy McKenzie, and this was with the K-Nods women. Hi. And I remember telling them, I want cool neighbors, when I finally, take my place in Nanyuki. I want the kind of neighbors I can borrow champagne from. Salt I will bring, and I can find. And I know you're probably rolling your eyes, and this is not for you. But let me get serious here. I don't know that you're aware that there's very little land left, and God isn't making any more. And I'm sure you've heard Oprah Winfrey say that. So I need to tell you this. Basic economics. Land is a very fast diminishing commodity, okay? Due, of course, to global population growth. So the numbers are, there's less than 5 acres of land for each human on the planet today. There's less than 5 acres for each human on the planet today. Okay. Remember, we've got 36 billion acres of land on Earth for a little over 7.5 billion people alive. Its value will rise inevitably. Got that? Do the math, okay? The other thing is, land makes for a great, secure, immovable, passive investment. If you do it right and you do it safely and you don't work with, crazy people, it can be used as a universally acceptable security instrument. If it's done properly, it can. Which is why, people who are dodgy in the land sector hurt everybody. Because the truth is, it's such an amazing investment tool that it should not be rubbish because some person decided they're going to pretend they're selling you land, okay? And that's why I go to look at my beacons, all right? Solomon, if you're watching this, could you send me pictures of my beacons? I'm sorry. I hope you have pictures of my beacons somewhere. I think the last time we were there, I took pictures of my own beacons. I'm going to find pictures of my own beacons. Land is also a crucial investment class to include in your own, long-term investment portfolio. It is. And the thing I think we do not appreciate is that in Kenya, land prices since independence have consistently outperformed all other investment class returns. So while Cookie Goldman dreamed of Africa, and I think when she dreamed of Africa, she also dreamed largely because Cookie Goldman, look, if Laikipia and Nanyuki is good enough for Cookie Goldman, I think it's good enough for you. If Cookie Goldman does not rock your boat, it's good enough for me. And when you go back to the fact that there's less than 5 acres of land for every human being on the planet today, shouldn't you get yours? I think what you need to do is take the link I'm going to give you, speak to Goshen Acquisitions, Grand Acres, to Solomon Wangwe and tell him, Karo alikuwa na story mingi. Ati Naivasha mukona, Nanyuki mukona, ati mukona nini Nanyuki? That one. Okay? Once I come back, I'll tell you what it was like. But tonight, as I go to sleep, I will be dreaming of Nanyuki. And because I already own land in Nanyuki and I'm very clear, I want to go and buy some more. I think rather than just dream about Nanyuki, you really should invest in Nanyuki. Good night.